Well, because my parents would do, like, things that other people wouldn't do. Like, every night we had to take communion. And, Then I realized he's just giving me Nyquil. So... I finally caught on. I was like, what about the bread? My dad was like, double up on the juice. God knows my heart. So my 12-year-old came to me last year, and he said, Dad, I want to learn the trombone. And normally I would have been like, trombone, learn the guitar, the piano, something you can use later in life. I mean, nothing against the trombone, but honestly, I mean, anybody ever been out camping, just sitting around a campfire? I mean, like, oh, what a beautiful night. Hey, Chris, did you bring your trombone? Thought you'd never ask. What? When are you going to use that later in life? Honey, I can't get the baby to sleep. Okay. Hey, little fella. But I love my son, so I bought him a trombone. $1,200, by the way, $1,200. I'm not advocating it, but that's why people cuss. So, but I bought him this trombone, and he went to the school for a week, and he learned a song. I'm going to call it a song. I feel bad about lying. If it was a song, it had to be called, like, Who Punched the Moose in the Bladder? Because, even the dog was like, dude, you put me outside when I make noise like that. We have a dog. We're dog people. I know that everybody's like, like, how many cat lovers out there? How many cat lovers? We have cat lovers, yeah. And then how many people have a brain in their head? The rest of you? I mean, I'm just kidding. I just don't get the cat thing. I do not get the cat thing. I don't, because isn't the definition of a pet something you can pet? I mean, what in the world? Here's my, like, if you go up to an animal and its first reaction is, I don't want that in my house. A dog, you don't even have to call the dog. It's always that you can just walk in the door and it's always like, oh, I missed you. Like, yeah, cool. I just stepped outside to see if it was raining, but thanks, Cat, the only way you can get a cat to actually lay there for you to pet it is you got to pour Benadryl in its food. And then it won't even like it. It would just be like, Anyway, we got a dog is the point. I don't know why I told you all that. We got a retired drug-sniffing dog because it was free, and do not do that either because I didn't even think about the fact we have a dog that spent its entire life sniffing drugs, and you can tell, too, like, it let his fur grow all shaggy, and he wears a tie-dye collar, and he doesn't even bark right. He's all, like, rough, man. He voted for Obama. That's not a dig against Obama. That's not a dig against Obama. He was actually legally able to because Acorn registered him. So, the point is, my son brought this trombone home, and he played it, and at the end of the song, he just stopped. He's like, hey, Dad, did you recognize it? Normally, I would have made a joke. I've been like, not his music, but I didn't do that, because if you're a father, you know what I'm talking about. I was like, oh, I'm so proud of you. And he's like, did you recognize it? And I didn't, but I didn't want to say play it again, because I didn't want him to play it again. Turns out it was the theme music to Jaws, and yeah. I was like, well, that was scarier than the movie. So... I didn't even say that. I was so amazed that even though the music wasn't great, I was so proud of him, and I hugged him, and I just, man, Coulter, I love you so much. And then he looked at me, and he's like, thanks, Dad. I actually learned 2 songs. I know. And normally, I would have made jokes, but he was like, do you want me to play it? I was like, oh, man. No. I mean, I do, Coulter, but it is late, and it is time for you to take your communion. So, anyway, the point is that you are loved. You are loved by this church. You are loved by us. You are, more importantly, loved by God that's never going to stop loving you. We hope you guys know that. And you're in for a great night of love and laughter. So please welcome back to the stage my best friend, Mr. Tim Hawkins.